Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle, Decked Out Collection Great on Handheld Bundle of January 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel and the process. Before I begin, I would like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have ULTRAKILL, an extremely fast-paced 1990s inspired first-person shooter where you assume the role of V1, a robot descending through layers of hell to feast on the blood of its inhabitants, which it requires as fuel. The game masterfully blends hectic, challenging gameplay with an intricate, compelling story of a war-torn universe where technology and blood are inextricably linked. The level design creatively uses Dante's layers of hell, giving each location a unique identity. The core of the experience is the combat, which is often compared to Doom, but is significantly more difficult and relies heavily on movement and style. You will be constantly challenged by enemies, requiring you to utilize a sparse yet original selection of weapons. For instance, you can shoot a coin in the air and then fire a railgun charge at it, causing the projectile to ricochet and inflict massive extra damage. This mechanical interaction between weapons adds great depth and rewards mastery. Beyond the visceral combat, you can find hidden lore nodes and terminal entries that flesh out a peculiar timeline involving perpetual war and the machines humanity created. The game's story, while incomplete as it is still in development, is intriguing, featuring great characters and voice acting. Despite its extreme difficulty and the frustration it can cause, you'll find yourself returning to the game, pushing to achieve better ranks, discover secrets, and master new strategies, making it a highly rewarding and compelling title. At number 2 we have Haste, a momentum-driven roguelite that feels like a love letter to 3D Sonic gameplay, but with tighter design and addictive loop. You play as Zoe, dashing through procedurally generated levels while a deadly wall of miasma hunts you down. Your goal is simple. Keep running, jumping, and landing cleanly to build speed and charge your hoverboard. Each smooth landing fuels your momentum, letting you glide through ramps and obstacles with fluid precision. Power-ups between stages add strategic variety, while boss fights keep you on edge. What makes Haste special is its exhilarating sense of speed. You feel the rush of perfectly executed runs, chaining boosts, and improvising through chaos with controls that remain sharp and responsive. It's the kind of game you can pick up for 10 minutes or lose hours to without realizing. The comparison to Sonic Adventures 2 opening level is spot on. Only here, the experience is endlessly replayable thanks to roguelike systems. Visually, Haste is vibrant and charming, with occasional frame rate dips during downtime that never hurt the action. Its soundtrack matches the pace with pulsing electronic tracks that drive you forward. The story and characters exist, but you won't care much. It's the gameplay that makes it shine. Haste succeeds by stripping away distractions and doubling down on what matters: speed, momentum, and fun. It is easy to learn, difficult to master, and nearly impossible to put down once you're in the flow. If you like roguelites or fast-paced platformers, you need this. At number 3 we have Creatures of Ava, a unique, non-violent adventure game where you explore a vibrant alien world, heal infected creatures, and connect with the planet's ecosystem through music. You play as Vic, a young conversationist who arrives on Ava to combat a mysterious infection called the Withering. With the help of a local guide, Damar, and an ancient artifact called the Nafitar, you set out to heal the land and its inhabitants. The game's mechanics revolve around taming creatures using a flute, solving environmental puzzles, and curing infected animals with your staff. Instead of traditional combat, you must attach an energy tether to infected creatures, gradually purging them of the Withering. This system creates a refreshing alternative to standard action-based gameplay, though the difficulty spikes in some encounters can be a bit jarring. Exploration is a highlight, with stunning open area levels and a Metroidvania-style progression system. Each region has its own unique fauna, puzzles, and secrets, encouraging you to interact with the world. However, the need to constantly teleport creatures to safety can make the world feel empty over time. The game's audio design is exceptional, with ambient music that dynamically changes based on your surroundings and interactions. While minor technical issues and an arguably unnecessary crafting system slightly detract from the experience, the charm of Ava's world and its creatures shines through. If you're looking for a heartfelt exploration-driven adventure with a nostalgic early 2000s feel, Creatures of Ava is well worth your time. At number 4 we have Deathbulge, Battle of the Bands, a surreal music-themed RPG that transforms the chaotic energy of the beloved webcomic into a playable adventure. You control a dysfunctional trio, Faye, Ian, and Briff, who inadvertently sign a deadly contract to compete in a cursed tournament where music literally kills. The story is a comedic triumph, leaning heavily into absurdism and witty dialogue. You'll find yourself navigating a world where punny humor reigns supreme, and kicking down doors isn't just a rockstar trope. It's a core mechanic that often leads to hilarious, unexpected consequences for the NPCs living inside. While the plot remains lighthearted, the quirky personalities of your bandmates keep you invested in their journey from bobstead to stardom. Gameplay offers a refreshing twist on the active time battle system. You don't just wait for turns, you race for them on a timeline divided into measures. You must strategically swap your lead character in real time to dodge harmful measure effects or soak up buffs. Customization is deep, allowing you to sew patches onto battle jackets and swap musical classes like the headbanger or busker on the fly, ensuring combat never feels stale. Visually, the game adopts a charming hand-drawn aesthetic that mirrors the original comic style. The character designs are wonderfully exaggerated, and while the environments aren't overly complex, they are bursting of color and personality. If you enjoy whimsical storytelling paired with innovative mechanics, this 20-hour rhythmic romp is exactly the kind of sick beat you need to experience. At number 5 we have Backpack Hero, a unique take on the deck building genre, swapping out traditional card mechanics for inventory management in a roguelike dungeon crawler. This game delivers a fresh experience where you arrange items in a growing backpack, all while exploring dungeons and managing a town. You play as Purse, an adventurous mouse, searching for her missing mother in the dungeon beneath Haversack Hill. Starting with a small 3x3 backpack, you will strategically position weapons, shields, and potions to defeat enemies. Each item's placement affects its power. Helmets work best at the top, while shoes gain bonuses when space is left above them. This puzzle-like inventory management keeps you engaged and encourages experimentation. Runs typically last about 20 minutes early on, introducing you to a vast array of builds. You can power up with traditional swords and shields, or try unique setups like cleavers or armor-based counterattacks. Success rewards you with resources to expand Haversack Hill, a city-building element that unlocks new gear, areas, and characters. However, this part of the game feels underexplained and less exciting compared to the dungeon runs. Backpack Hero excels at making roguelike deck building approachable while offering deep strategy through inventory mechanics. Starting with different gear and taking on quests from villagers adds variety to your runs. Though the city building aspect needs polish, the dungeon crawling shines. If you love organizing loot and crafting perfect builds, Backpack Hero is a delightful adventure that's easy to pick up and hard to put down. At number 6 we have Vampire Survivors, a deceptively simple action roguelike that proves you don't need complex controls to create an addictive masterpiece. At first glance, it looks like a basic long-forgotten fantasy game from the 1990s, but once you start playing, you realize it is one of the most enthralling titles from 2022. The gameplay is as straightforward as it gets. You move your character around the screen, while your ever-escalating collection of weapons fires automatically. Your only real job is positioning and survival. The true secret sauce lies in the perfect balance between growing power and rising challenges. As you defeat hordes of enemies, you collect gems to level up, choosing from 3 random abilities or weapons each time. You will eventually feel invincible as your attacks evolve into world-ending destruction, yet the game constantly introduces new threats that leave you fighting for space. This creates an incredible ebb and flow where the screen fills with thousands of enemies, and you must survive for exactly 30 minutes until Death himself arrives to claim you. Despite the basic graphics and lack of an attack button, the deep strategy involved in pairing weapons and items keeps you coming back for just one more run. Whether you're playing in short bursts or long late night sessions on a Steam Deck, the game respects your time while simultaneously devouring it. If you have a spare 30 minutes, you should absolutely check out this ritualistic bullet heaven gem that turns monsters into tasty treats. At number 7 we have Nidhogg 2, a pulse-pounding retro-inspired fencing sequel that expands on the original's tug-of-war combat with a grotesque new aesthetic and an arsenal of new weapons. At its heart, the goal remains deceptively simple. Kill your opponent to gain ground and reach the end of the screen, where you're ultimately sacrificed to a godlike serpent. Whether you're trading kills in a 5-minute stalemate or making a frantic dash across colorful landscapes, the experience is constantly intense and often hilarious. The most striking change you will notice is the overhaul from minimalist pixels to a detailed, delightful art style that feels like a 16-bit cartoon gone horribly wrong. While some fans might miss the simplicity of the first game, you'll likely find yourself stopping to admire the outlandish backgrounds, at least until someone stabs you in the eye. To accompany the gore, there's a fantastic soundtrack that you might actually want to purchase separately. Gameplay depth is significantly increased through new weapons like a broadsword, dagger, and bow. You must carefully consider your stance, attacking high, low, or midsection, while managing the different draw speeds and ranges of your equipment. While the arcade mode is quite short and the online netcode can be laggy, the game truly shines as a local party title. If you have friends on the couch, Nidhogg 2 provides endless entertainment through its frantic pace and customizable house rules. It is a messy, bloodthirsty rematch that you should definitely jump on. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is an absolute must-cop for handheld warriors. For just around $12, you're grabbing S-tier portable bangers like ULTRAKILL and Vampire Survivors, total battery drainers that feel native on the deck. Toss in gems like Backpack Hero and Creatures of Ava, and your backlog just got way more cracked. Whether you're grinding roguelikes or just chasing high scores in Nidhogg 2, this bundle is a certified win for your library. Don't sleep on it. Smash that buy button and level up. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And please subscribe to GTF.